I was about to go into my first coaching session with a senior woman consultant who's about to go on maternity leave. She was due to go into a handover meeting with someone who she didn't know particularly well to hand over her clients for while she was away. And she was really worried that all the years spent building those relationships and that trust would completely disappear and she'd come back to nothing. And just before I went into that session, I happened to have just downloaded Change Your Questions, Change Your Life, a book by Marilee Adams. And all I had enough time to do was to read the introduction. And when I was in the session and I could hear my client talking about her fears, it reminded me of something that I'd read in the introduction to this book. And so I thought, I might as well give it a try and see what happens. And so I asked her, what are the questions that are going through your mind as you go to walk into that meeting? And she said she was thinking things like, will he give my clients enough time and attention? And how is he going to undermine me? I noticed that they were quite negative questions, and I said that to her. And I said, what would a more positive question be? And she paused for a little bit and she thought, and then she said, well, I know he's going for a promotion, so perhaps I could think about what I might be able to do to help him look good for the promotion committee. And from there, the whole conversation opened up. She felt much more positive. She felt much more confident about that meeting and what needed to happen. And then we were able to focus on more about her transition into maternity leave. And this is something that all of us can do. When we notice that a lot of the questions going through our minds are quite negative, to just pause and think about how we might want to rewrite those questions into something more positive. Because if you're going to go into a situation and you're thinking very negative thoughts, it will influence you to behave negatively, which will then influence the people that you're talking to, because they will perhaps receive those messages negatively and respond in kind. So you can disrupt this. As soon as you notice that you're going down a negative path, take a moment and pause and think about what the positive opposite might be instead. Let me know how you get on. I'd love to know.